Part 3 of the Team Builders promo drop today, and that means you can get at least one free 87 overall hero with the potential to get a couple more. I'll explain all of that, but not only that, we're going to go over the best ones to choose. Let's jump on into it. Yo! What's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 26 Ultimate Team video. In this video, we're going to go over the best free 87 overall Team Builder heroes to add to your MUT 26 squad. Now, as far as getting one of these cards for free, it's going to come through the Team Builder solos. At this point, there's enough solos in the game, I believe, to get 240 stars. So if you look at the milestone rewards, every other tier 1, 3, 5, and 7 right now, including what came out today, is all achievable if you want to play the solos. But here's the thing with these. If you procrastinated or you got the game late and you haven't played all of these solos, because these are specified to hero fantasy packs, that means they update every time we get a new content drop. So originally these packs contained 82 overall heroes, then they went to 85s, and now with today's drop, these packs contain 87 overall heroes. So if you're like me in a situation where maybe you earn the tier 1 and tier 3 reward, but not the tier 5 and tier 7, you can get 2 free 87s today. If you didn't play any of them and you want to grind 200 stars worth of solos, you can get 4 free 87s. Also with that same strategy, and I'll use my account as an example here, if I got to the tier 3 reward, I'd get my first 87 overall right now today if I wanted. I could then hang on and wait for part 4 of the Team Builders promo to drop, probably in about a month and a half from now, and that would mean my tier 5, tier 7, and tier 9 pack, which would be achievable at that point, would contain the next overall, which is probably going to be 90 overall players. So these packs update with the current overall. If you unlock them now, you get current cards. If you save them for later, you're going to get current cards down the road. So however you want to play it, I'll leave that up to you. But once you unlock the pack, if it has 87 overalls, let's go through the very best ones to choose out of it. We start with running back Emmanuel Wilson. Now remember, with these cards, whatever team they are actively representing, so Emmanuel Wilson here is going to be the Packers Team Builder card, they get ×2 Packers Chem. You only need to get to 20 to get +1 speed, 50 to get +2 speed. I think the move is building a hybrid team, and there's some cards in the back end of this video that could really be good if you're rocking a certain set of hybrid teams. But with Wilson, and I do think the Packers have a pretty solid theme team. I did use them up until this past weekend when I switched from Eagles Packers to Eagles Raiders. Regardless, you can get them up to 90 speed, and I mean, that's just as fast as the Jamal Charles rank card that's coming out on November 1st. You think about Eric Dickerson, who's definitely a better card than this one, but Eric Dickerson's at 90 speed. You know, Saquon Barkley's Unreal Moments card's 89 speed. So this is up there as one of the fastest running backs in the game, and you can get him for free. Everything else about the card, not great. I mean, the 88 juke move's solid, but his change of direction, trucking, break tackle, all pretty low. He does have really good acceleration. So if you just need an every down back, you're probably going to want to look elsewhere. But if you're a Packers team or you want like some depth at the position, this is not a bad card at all. Same thing with Roman Wilson, and I bring this one up because the Steelers have a really good theme team as well. You got Roman Wilson here at wide receiver, 6 foot tall, not super short, not super tall, but I think good enough. 88 stock speed. Steelers having one of the better theme teams in the game means you can easily get him to 89 or even 90 speed. The route running is solid. The 83 mid isn't great, but 87 short and 86 deep are above that 85 plus threshold. Pretty solid catch in traffic, and spec catch. This is probably one I'll add on my no money spent account. Now, will he be a starter for me? Probably not. Maybe. We'll see, because he's actually going to be faster than AJ Brown and DK Metcalf, who I have on my no money spent squad at wide receiver currently, where I rock a Eagles Steelers theme team. So again, if this one meets your theme team, I think he's worth picking up. Is he wide receiver 1? Absolutely not. If you don't need him for a theme team, there's probably a lot of better options out there at wide receiver that you can choose from, but overall a solid card. These types of free cards are always great to build up the trenches, whether it's the O-line or D-line, and there are 5 left guards to choose from in this pack. Evan Brown, to me, is going to be the best one when you compare all 5 of those players attribute-wise. He stacks up against all of them them a little bit better. The 4 key things that I look at are strength, which is 86 here, awareness 84, 90 pass blocks really high, and then 88 run block is really good as well. Weight can come into play. 320 is pretty solid for a left guard. He also gets 6 different theme teams. So Cardinals will give him a ×2 there, but he also gets Browns, Lions, Dolphins, Giants, and Seahawks. And a couple of those teams I just mentioned also have some viable options at other positions from today's team builder drop. So not only is this a good card for the trenches, the best out of the 5 left guards to choose from, but 6 different theme teams makes him even a better pick. I got one more card on offense and specifically the offensive line to go through, but I do want to point out at center, Garrett Bradbury, good option. Obviously, again, if you meet your theme team, you need to go with this card. 85 strength, 83 awareness, 88 pass block, 85 run block. Great to build the trenches with cards like this, but just think about the fact that we have Alex Mack from the team captain promo at center, and then also just newly released from the Season 3 Field Pass, you got Creed Humphrey at center as well. This position is already kind of overloaded with free cards at center that also get all 32 team chems. So if you're not using either of those 2 free cards and you need to upgrade the center, this can still be a good pickup for you. There are 2 cards on defense that will allow you to build the trenches for free as well, and we start with right edge Hassan Reddick. There's a few edge players to choose from. I don't think any of them are must-haves, including this one, but Reddick is the best at right edge. 87 overall, obviously here, with 82 speed, 84 acceleration. His strength is a little bit low, but I do like the 90 tackle, 87 finesse move, power move at 82, same with block shed, and most importantly, above anything, he does get double or nothing for 3 AP, which right now is the best ability in the game to try to generate any type of pass rush and help yourself on defense. Falling in line with these other cards that I'm going to be mentioning that have a lot of team chemistries, Reddick does as well. Right now he's going to get ×2 for Buccaneers, but he also gets Cardinals, Panthers, Jets, and Eagles team chemistries. So if you're rocking any of those theme teams, even in a backup role, he's going to help you build out those 20-20 or 50-50 theme teams. And in the middle of the D-line, you got TJ Sanders. I think this might be the most underrated card out of all of them that we're going through here. At DT, 74 speed is kind of slow, but when you compare him to the field, I mean, there's really nobody over 80 speed right now at this position, so it's not terrible. You also get 83 acceleration, 88 strength and tackle, 90 block shed is really good, and 85 power move. And just like we talked about with Hassan Reddick, this card also is going to get double or nothing for 3 AP. If you're looking for a user or at least a coverage linebacker, this Chris Board is going to be your best option from the free 87 overall Team Builder 3 fantasy pack. 6'2", pretty solid height there, 87 speed and acceleration, so he can move fairly well, especially if you compare him to all of the other linebackers in the game. You know, there's some that are faster, but this isn't half bad. And he also gets a bunch of theme teams, so Giants ×2, but he also gets Ravens. Ravens have gotten a really good theme team and a lot of good cards over this past week or so. We mentioned Lions earlier. They have a pretty solid team as well. He gets Lions chemistry, and then, of course, Patriots as well. So with that, you can get him to 88, maybe even 89 speed, depending on your situation. And then along with the 87 speed, 87 acceleration at the stock level, you still got stock 90 tackle. 81 man coverage isn't terrible. 86 zone is pretty solid. His block shed and play rec aren't great. Same thing with the strength. Strength I wouldn't worry about too much, but if you're going to have this card out on the field, you can probably put him into zone coverage and let the AI control him. Overall, I would be having him as a user if you're on a budget. In the secondary, we have another nice little budget option here at cornerback. Tremon Smith, 6 foot tall, stock 89 speed, 92 acceleration. If you play any type of man coverage in your scheme, you don't want this card, but if you do play zone, 90 zone coverage is really, really good for an 87 overall cornerback. In keeping the theme of multiple theme teams, Tremon Smith does just that. He gets Texans ×2, but he also has Broncos, Packers, who we talked about earlier, Colts, and Chiefs. And I'll use another example with this card specifically. If you're in a situation where, and I know one of you are probably out there doing this, maybe you rock a Texans-Packers team, or a Broncos-Chiefs, which would kind of be crazy if you're a fan of either of those teams, or maybe even a Colts-Texans team, again, kind of same situation. But if you happen to rock 2 of the theme teams out of the 5 that he gets, you can actually get +2 speed, right? If you're 20 Texans, 20 Packers, he's going to get the +1 speed on each side of that, so you can really get him up to 91 speed. He's still got the really high zone, acceleration is good, and also there's strategy items out there to boost up man coverage, zone coverage, so you can make these cards look even better outside of just the theme team boost that they're getting. But at cornerback, I think he's the only option, but he's still a pretty good option. And then we got one more budget beast over at free safety. Now, this is a position a lot of you probably don't need to upgrade right now, mostly because of MCS Tristan McCollum and, of course, Jesse Bates from the Season 3 Field Pass, both cards that are taller at the position and also get all 32 team chems. But Caleb Ransall was a budget beast earlier in the year with a gold card, and now he's got an 87 overall team builder, 6 foot tall, stock 89 speed. Jags theme team still isn't bad. Definitely falling behind compared to the field of like Raiders, Eagles, Seahawks, 49ers, etc. But if you still are out there rocking a Jags theme team, you get him to 90, 91 speed, really good acceleration. 84 man isn't terrible for a free safety. And then you got the 88 zone, 80 hit power. He can also come down and play sub linebacker if you need to user him on a budget. And I know a lot of people just recently got the game or coming back to the game for Most Feared. These are the types of cards that can help you get some viable players out there on the field so you can hopefully win some more games, start to stack up that coin, and eventually make bigger upgrades for the squad. But those are the very best 87 overall team builders that you can add to the team for free. Let me know which one you picked after watching this video. Leave it in the comment section. And thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.